Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's online class. Today I am going to address you one of the important concept in GST, that is refund under GST. This is Virupakshi Patil, working as assistant professor in Government Postgrad College Ukeri. There are three electronic ledgers in GST, as you know. I have written here two only: the electronic cash ledger, electronic credit ledger, and another one is electronic tax liability ledger. The amount of taxpayer lies with government in two forms: either in electronic cash ledger or in electronic credit ledger. Taxpayer deposits some surplus funds in electronic cash ledger time to time. So it is a deposit made by taxpayer in a ledger called electronic cash ledger. And the input tax which is paid by taxpayer to the supplier, that input tax is available in electronic credit ledger. And this input tax available in electronic credit ledger, the taxpayer can claim as a credit while paying output tax. And the taxpayer can use amount available in electronic cash ledger or electronic credit ledger to make payment of output tax liability. If there is any excess amount available with electronic credit ledger or in electronic cash ledger, or if any unutilized credit available in electronic credit ledger, that unutilized credit or that excess amount the taxpayer can reimburse. The process of reimbursing that excess amount is nothing but refund. For this purpose, GST provides refund mechanism. GST is all about a smooth flow of funds and compliances. Timely refund mechanism is essential in tax administration, as it facilitates smooth flow of funds and also help the taxpayer to meet his working capital requirements. And it also facilitates trade through release of blocked funds for expansion and modernization of businesses. The provision pertaining to refund contained in GST law aim to streamline and standardize the refund procedures. So, let me explain the refund mechanism under GST with an example. Let suppose Mr. X supplies raw materials to Mr. Y worth of rupees 1 lakh, and suppose it is 18% GST. So on 1 lakh 18% means 18,000. It comes 18,000. Mr. Y has to pay 1 lakh plus 18,000 GST to Mr. X, and for Mr. Y it is input tax. Suppose Mr. Y convert these raw materials into finished goods and he sells same to Mr. A for rupees 1,20,000. So on these finished goods, if GST is at 12%, so on 1,20,000, 12% means 14,400. Mr. A has to pay 1,20,000 plus 14,400 to Mr. Y, and Mr. Y has to pay 14,400 to government as a tax. So this 14,400 is output tax to Mr. Y. While paying this 14,400, he has already paid 18,000 as input tax. This 18,000 he can claim credit. But the excess of input tax 3,600, if it is not utilized, means unutilized, or excess of 3,600, Mr. Y can claim as refund. The process of claiming of unutilized or excess tax paid to the government, then the actual tax payable is called refund. Okay, so then what is the meaning of refund? GST refund refers to the process of claiming of excess tax paid to the government than actual tax payable is called GST refund. Usually, when the GST paid is more than the GST liability, a situation arises for claiming of refund. Taxpayer will not claim only for excess amount which is paid, but also a wrong payment of GST. Means if he wrongly paid any GST, he can claim that as a refund. Or if he paid IGST instead of CGST and SGST, or paid CGST or SGST instead of IGST, so then balance amount he can claim as refund. So there are different situations leading to refund claims. The situation leading to refund claims I will address you on in the later session of this class. So what are the features of refund mechanism under GST? Let me explain the features of refund mechanism under GST. Standardized process. The process of claiming of refund in GST is standardized and it avoids confusion among taxpayers. I mean, there are standardized forms, applications for making any claims for refund. And the claim and sanctioning procedure in GST is completely online. It is completely online. The taxpayer can apply for claiming of refund online, and there will be a minimum interface between taxpayer and tax authorities. The refund amount will be directly credited to the bank account of taxpayer. It is totally online procedure. And for refund claiming, there is a time bond. There is a fixed timelines also. The application for claiming will have to be processed within 90 days from the date of submission. From the date of submission. And the government or tax authorities has to give acknowledgement to the taxpayer within 15 days from the date of submission. In case the refund is not settled within a stipulated time period, the stipulated time period is 90 days. If it is not settled, then the refund will be granted to the taxpayer along with interest. Means taxpayer will get refund amount along with interest in case of delay in refund. Then for a taxpayer there is a time limit for filing refund application. The time limit for filing refund application is within 2 years, and it is totally taxpayer friendly because taxpayer file online application. There is a prescribed form for filing the refund application, and he will get the refund amount through his bank account, means it is credited to his bank account. And if there is any delay payment, he will get interest. There is no interface between taxpayer and tax authorities. That is why it is totally taxpayer friendly and hassle free also. So in short, claiming of refund under GST is hassle free, tax friendly, taxpayer friendly, with a minimum interface between taxpayer and tax authorities. Okay. Okay, let me explain situation leading to refund claims. Section 54 of CGST Act 2017 provides for different provisions relating to GST refund. The claim for refund may arise on account of, means on different situations. The refund can be claimed for the following cases. So I have first written here, the first case is export of goods or services. The goods or services or both are exported on payment of IGST can be claimed as refund. The government always try to increase export as much as possible. The increase in exports help the government in maintaining country's economic growth, employability, and balance of payment. To boost the export, the government provides certain reliefs, benefits to businesses. One of such relief provided by the government under GST regime is claiming of refund of IGST on goods or services or both exported. So means on export of goods or service or both, IGST has to be paid. So that IGST the taxpayer can claim as a refund. One of the major categories under which claim for refund may arise would be on account of export of goods or services. All the export of goods or services or both, as well as supplies to SEZ, that means special economic zones, have been categorized as zero rated supplies in IGST Act. So what is zero rated supply? So here all export of goods or services or both and supplies to SEZ or SEZ developers have been categorized under zero rated supplies. Section 16 of IGST Act, zero rated supply means it includes, zero rated supply includes export of goods or service or both. and supply of goods or services or both to a special economic zone unit or special economic zone developers. Okay, here the first situation or case is export of goods or services. So let me explain with an example. Suppose Mr. X supplies goods to Mr. Y, 10 1 lakh worth at 18% GST. So on that 1 lakh, it comes 18,000. And if suppose Mr. Y export the same goods to say USA. So say for rupees 1,50,000. Okay. So on that there is a GST at 18%. So 1,50,000. So GST comes 27,000. So this 18,000 which is already paid to Mr. X, that you know that is this is input tax. And 27,000 Mr. Y has to pay to the government. This is IGST. So while paying 27,000, he can claim 18,000 as credit. So he will claim as a credit means he will use electronic credit ledger 18,000, and the remaining 9,000 he can use to make payment the electronic cash ledger. And if he is exporting goods, so government always tries to increase the export. So for that purpose, the government is providing the mechanism refund, claiming of refund on export of goods or service or both, that is IGST. So this 27,000 IGST which is paid by Mr. X can claim refund. Can claim refund. Then what is the procedure to claim refund? The rule 96 tells about the procedure of claiming refund in case of export of goods or services. So what are the procedures? Shipping bill or bill of export deemed to be an application. So here the taxpayer need not submit any application for claiming of refund. The shipping bill or bill of export are itself application for the refund. So means he has to submit shipping bill or bill of export to the tax authorities for claiming of refund. Here shipping bill used in case of air or water supply using air or water shipping bill, and in case on road, in case of road, the bill of export is used. And the person in charge of conveyance has to file an export general manifest, EGM, or export report. It means the person in charge, means in shipping the person in charge, captain, has to file export general manifest. In the export general manifest, EGM, the whatever goods exported by taxpayer are listed in this EGM, and those goods, the list of those goods should be available in EGM. Then only he can claim refund. And The application applicant has to furnish valid return in forms GSTR 3 or 3B. Means applicant has furnished valid return in form GSTR 3 or 3B. Means he has to file. He has already filed GSTR 3 or 3B. Then only he can claim refund of IGST which is paid on export of goods or services. So this is procedure related to claiming of refund in case of export of goods or services. In the next session, I am going to discuss on next case which is leading to refund claims, that is supply to Sedge or Sedge developers. Thank you.